Haribol, can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, good. So today we are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter 8 verse 2. So before I do, let's do Jai Radha Madhav. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Shri Shri Radha Kunja Bihari ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Dev ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. So today is the snowy day, yes, and actually I ran out and picked up all my plants, so my hands are frozen and I'm still like shivering a little bit. So, in that cold, didn't expect it to snow. I mean, we are from New York, so we are used to, but Shampriya told me yesterday it's gonna snow, and I was also very, like, I said, no, not in Texas, it's not gonna snow, but it happened. So all surprises. So let's start with Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 2. Adiyagna katham kotra dehismin madhusudana prayana kale cha katham jeyosi ni atma bhi. Can you hear me? So, translation by Prabhupada. How does this Lord of sacrifice live in the body, and in which part does he live, O Madhusudana? And how can those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? So this is Arjun's question in chapter 8, verse 2. First verse, Arjun asked 5 questions, and now the second verse is asking 2 questions. These are very important. So, Parpat Bashila Prabhupada, the Lord of sacrifice accepts Indra and Vishnu. Vishnu is the chief of the primeval demigods, including Brahma and Shiva, and Indra. is the chief of administrative demigod. Both Indra and Vishnu are worshipped by yagna performance. But here, Arjuna asks, who is actually the Lord of Yagya, that is sacrifice, and how is the Lord residing within the body of a living entity? Arjuna addresses the Lord as Madhusudana because Krishna once killed a demon named Madhu. Actually, this question, which are of the nature of doubts, should not have arisen in the mind of Arjuna because Arjuna is Arjuna is a Krishna conscious devotee. Therefore, these doubts are like demons. And since Krishna is so expert in killing demon, Arjuna here addresses him as a Madhusudana so that Krishna might kill the demonic doubts that arises in Arjuna's mind. Now the word prayanakale in this verse, it very significant because whatever we do in the life will be tested at the time of death. Arjun fears that at the time of death, those who are Krishna conscious will forget the Supreme Lord because of such a time body functions are disrupted and the mind may be in a panic stricken state, and therefore Maharaj Kulashekar, a great devotee of Krishna, he prays to the Lord, oh my dear Lord, may I die immediately now that I am healthy, so that the swan of my mind may enter into the stem of thy lotus feet. This metaphor is used because the swan often takes pleasure in entering the stem of the lotus flower. Similarly, the mind of a pure devotee is drawn to the lotus feet of the Lord. Maharaj Kulak Shekhar fears that at the moment of death, his throat will be choked up, that he will not be able to chant the holy name of Krishna. So it is better for him to die immediately. So Arjuna's this question, how one's mind can remain fixed on Krishna's lotus feet at such time is so important, right? So let me say some prayers. Om Agyanti Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadankitam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Tinamine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Padayine Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Grama Tarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaitya Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So here, as we see, Arjuna is asking the Lord Krishna, he's asking the question, who is the Lord of sacrifice? And how does he live in the body? That's his first question. And his second question is, how can those who are engaged in devotional service know Krishna at the time of death? So today we're going to deal with these two topics. So Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, he gives the answer. So he says, O best of the embodied souls, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Abhibhuta, or the material manifestation. And the universal form of the God, or Krishna, which includes all the demigods like sun, moon, are called Adideva. And I, the Supreme Lord, represents the super soul in heart of every embodied being. And I'm called Adi Yagya, or the Lord of all the sacrifices. So when Brahma made this material universe, make this material world, he added Yagya with every living entity, or Yagna, we can call Yagna, with every living entity. And it's very clearly stated in chapter 3, verse 10. I'm just going to say the translation. So in the beginning of a creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods along with sacrifices for Vishnu and blessed them by saying, be thou happy by this yagya or sacrifice. So now what is yagya? It's not just fire sacrifice, but also it's like the yagyas. We do so many yagyas throughout our life. Like we greet somebody nicely. It's also a yagya. Now, someone will say, like the good sanskaras. These are also an example of yagya, like respecting adults, being humble, good manners, all our social customs and etiquettes. These are all the examples of yagya. So now we have to be so careful when we are performing actions. Little actions are also yagya. If anyone is eating Krishna prasadam, what happens? All the bad karmas are washed away. Therefore, whatever we eat, we always offer. Not only us human beings, all the living entities, they are also doing a part of a yagya. Like cow is giving milk. It's also a yagya. Then there is pig is eating dirt. That's also a yagya. He is performing cleaning yagya for the society. So now we are saying about yagya. Now what is the opposite of yagya? Is ayagya. So ayagyas are like, when we disrespect someone, we fight, we scream at somebody, yell. This also causes distress. So if we cause distress to others, then what happens is we also increase our own distress naturally, right? So now here the question comes in Arjuna's mind, who is the enjoyer of all these yajnas and the sacrifice? So in Krishna will tell us in chapter 9, verse 24, he says, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tumam abhijananti tatvenaschyavanti te. He says, I am the only enjoyer and the only object of sacrifice. So now, those who do not recognize my true transcendental natures, they fall down. He also says that he's the one who inspires all of us to do the yajna. So now he's not only making us do the yajna, but he also inspires us. And who is enjoying this yajna? It's Krishna who's enjoying, because he says, right, I am the enjoyer of all the objects of sacrifice. So now we have to be so careful in our behavior. Even the smallest thing we do is a yajna. So Krishna is enjoying, but just think about it. We do a yajna. We cause distress to other living entities, friends, from our vani, from our speech. It also causes distress to Krishna. So we are creating a yajna. So we have to be so careful in our behavior in every respect. So now here, Arjun is asking the second question. Arjun is asking, say, on behalf of us, right? Because Arjun knows everything, but he's still asking Krishna. He say like, how are we going to pass our final exam, right? What is death? Death is our final exam. How are we going to pass? So he asks Krishna. He says, what is the final exam? Like death. How can we remember Krishna at the time of death? So Krishna says, Antakalecha mama eva. In the next verse, Krishna will give the answer. He says, whosoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. So of this, there is no doubt. Now Krishna is claiming and is declaring that there's no doubt that if you remember him, you're going to go to him. So when we leave this body, when we are going to leave this body, what we have to do is think about Krishna, right? But is that easy? So now Krishna is telling another rule. Yam yam vapi smarana bhavam. What does that mean? He says, whatever state of being you are in, always remember me. So one who remembers him while quitting his body, that is the state he will attain. Like whatever state, I mean, whatever your one is thinking while dying, that's what they're going to go. So if, just think about it. Our entire life is what? It's like studying for 1 second. See, like death is how is death? It's like fraction of second and you die. Sometimes, sometimes some people are lucky. They know when they're going to die. They have some disease and they have, but usually nobody knows when they're going to die. We all come with, we know our birth date, but none of us know our expiry date, right? So it's like fraction of second. So here, it's not like, hey, people usually say like, oh, why? We are so young. Why, pray now? When we get old, pray that time. So if we have to remember all our life, that's what Krishna is telling here. If we study always, like what do you say? If we keep on practicing or taking name of Krishna throughout our life, then only we will remember Krishna at the end, right? So Krishna says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mama anusmarana. So what is Krishna saying? That Arjun, you should always think of me. Always. Therefore, you always have to think about me. In the form of Krishna, right? So Arjun, you always think of me as Krishna at the same time when you're carrying out all your prescribed duties, like you're fighting Whatever work you're doing, you dedicate your activities to me, and your mind and intelligence has to be fixed on me, and then you will attend me. There is no doubt about it. So now what we have to do, we have to constantly remember. We have to remember Krishna while working also. Like we are doing cleaning, cooking. So whatever work we are doing, we have to remember Krishna. Say like, what do we say? Yeah, God has given us 2 years. So why? Not just to, yeah, he's very thoughtful. If we had no ears, where would we hang our glasses? So he's very thoughtful. He has given us 2 years. But the first principle is smaranam, means listening, all the time listening about Krishna. So when we are listening about Krishna, what happened? We constantly remember when we are working, cooking, cleaning, constantly we can listen to lectures, um, listen to kirtan, always. So here Krishna is saying that take the path through which others have gone and successfully passed. Now like, don't make your own path, huh? Because when you follow someone who has passed through this path and achieved God, achieved Krishna, then that path is successful. So therefore, on this earth, there are so many pathways already created through which people have already reached the Lord. So, and they are called, what are they called? Sampradayas, which are in disciplic succession starting from Krishna. When we, like we go to a college, they have their own syllabus, and the students, they all have to follow that syllabus only. They cannot make up their own course. Same way, we also have to follow the same rules. We must take the road what other devotees have taken to reach the Lord, not make our own rule. For example, like one of my friend in New York City, she was taking what do you call, nursing exam, and she took one course. I remember she telling me she took this nursing course, and she finished her entire course. And when she went to give the exam, they said that course is not recognized by the state nursing board, New York State Nursing Board. So she had to repeat the entire course again. So there are so many pathways, but if they are not legitimate, we don't know. People just start making things up. Like there are so many, this is Kali Yuga, this is people full of cheaters and the cheated. So sometimes people start calling themselves God. We have so many gods. This is Kali Yuga. So we have 4 validated sampradayas, which is Brahma Madhav Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, and the 4 Kaumara Sampradaya. So Brahma Madhav Sampradaya is like Krishna giving knowledge to Narada, Narada giving to Brahma, and Narada giving to Vyasadeva, and then Vyasadeva speaking to Brahma, and then Brahma giving to everyone. I think I said it right. So this is how like the disciplic succession goes. So, and also that's how, there are the other 4 sampradayas. So Krishna, being very kind and knowing that this is a Kali Yuga, he has given us his mobile phone. So like, when you call somebody on their house phone, sometimes you might get that person, sometimes you might not. But when somebody is your best friend, what do? You give them your mobile, because then they can call you anywhere and you can. So Krishna has given us his mobile phone. And what is that? His mobile phone number is the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we can contact him and talk to him constantly. So taking mantra, we can talk to him. So sometimes I always think like, people think so much about, you know, about putting their kids in the best school and do so much research, which is the best school. uh, and uh, they put them into tutoring classes, this, that. Why? Because they want their kids to get the best grade. They want their kids to pass. Huh? Because just think about it. If somebody fails an exam, what happens? 1 year gone. You have to repeat the grade, especially in India. Here, sometimes, most of the times teacher pass. But in India, you know how strict it is. If one person fails, you have to repeat the whole year and then again take the exam. And you have to keep on taking till you pass, right? So exam of life is also like this. In school, we know that after 1 year, the exam will come. So 1 year, the kids study. 1 year is quite a long time. And the exam is how many hours? 3 hours, right? 3 hours of exam. For that, how much study? The entire year of studying. So little time, right? For the exam. And the examiner, how long do you think he takes to correct the exam? Maybe half an hour? So, so also our final exam, how much time do we get? Fraction of second? Fraction of second, and what happens? Lifetime of our work in fraction of second. So lifetime of preparations for fraction of second. And after all these preparations, we have to take Krishna's name. And if we don't, what happened? Khaliyat, we all have come here empty-handed, right? Khaliyat aaye hai, khaliyat jayenge, right? What goes with us? Our whatever spiritual things we do, our chanting, that is what is going to decide our fate, right? So what is important? What is important right now is to take the name of the Lord. And are we able to take the name or not? This is very serious question. We have to take a time and think seriously. We all get in our life constant quizzes, like in school also. How are kids performance validated, or uh, uh, how are the kids performance checked? They give them constant quizzes, right? And this quizzes we also get in our lifetime, right? The example is, now it's snowing outside. We walk outside and slip and fall down. What is the first thing is going to come into our mind? Oh, mother, right? Oh, ma. What is going to come? Why mother? Most of the people, what happens? Naturally, oh, mother, oh, ma. In Marathi, they say, I go. Okay. So what happens when you fall down? Who you remember? I. Why? Because of her unconditional love. She take care of you. So you are under her shelter. So what is going to happen? Right away, what you're going to remember is mother. This is our quiz. When we fall down, we remember Krishna. That is what we're going to remember at the time of death. If we remember mother, and that is what we're going to remember at the time of death. So these are small quizzes we get all our life. So we have to evaluate ourselves. How much faith do I have in Krishna? How much I'm remembering him? I remember I was going, when I was younger with my family, we had opportunity of going with one sadhu from ISKCON. And when we were in Mayapur, and when we were traveling, all of us, we were in rickshaw. I don't remember whether it was rickshaw or Tonga, I forgot. But we were like on like the people, the guys drive the rickshaw, the cycle rickshaw, I think so. So all of a sudden in Mayapur, it just gets dark. and then start lightning, and then like big storm. So as soon as that storm came, like our entire rickshaw was like wobbling, and we thought we are gonna fall down. And I thought was my dress, my bag. I'm looking all that, but this devotee, he just started screaming like this sadhu Maharaj. Huh? He just started screaming, Krishna, 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 and we all are like, oh yes, yes, yes. Then that time it just strike us like, every moment is an exam. What if something would have happened, an accident, and we died? We didn't take the name. So every moment is our exam, every moment. And we don't know. So the practice is, if we practice our entire life, then only in the end we're gonna remember Krishna. So it's like exam here I know in I teach in the school. So usually what the teachers do is they will tell the kids, open book exam. You know what? Pass, just pass. Open book exam. But if you have not read the book, will it be possible for you in 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours to find the answer? Because the book is so vast. And if you have not studied, like if the child has not studied entire year, even if you give him the open book, he doesn't know where to find the answer. So studying is so important. And I always like to tell, this is my favorite story. I know all of you must have heard this story, but I'll repeat it again. So there was this doctor, and he had joined this our Chowpatty temple, and he always used to tell these stories. And he would say that as he was just newly initiated, and he was very excited, and he always wanted to see if his experiment works. So this was like very famous hospital, Beach Candy Hospital. All rich people go there. Bombay's Beach Candy Hospital. So even Amitabh Bachchan was admitted there. So all VIPs go there. So now there was one very rich Sindhi lady admitted over there, and she was, I think, third or fourth stage of cancer, and she was dying. All her organs were failing, and the doctor knew that she's going to die. And he, being a devotee and a doctor, he and his friend, his colleague friend, he told him, you know what? Hey, listen, I want to do one small experiment. Are you with me? And he says, what experiment you planning on doing? He says, you know what? She's going to die, poor thing. I feel really, really bad for her. Why don't we do like this? Let's tell her to chant the name of the God. And he said, okay, let's do it. So they closed the doors. And then this doctor, he went and he spoke in this lady's ear. He told her, Mataji, your time has come. Please take name of Krishna. Say Krishna. Say Ram. And this lady, old lady, Sindhi lady, huh? So she spoke in her language. Cha, cha means what? What? And she said it 3 times. And then this devotee, he thought maybe she can't hear by this ear, maybe I'll go on the other side and speak in her ear. So he spoke again. He says, Mataji, Krishna ka naam lo, Krishna Bhagwan ko yaad karo. And she's like, cha, cha, cha. And he's like, then he started screaming in her ears, Bhagwan ka naam lo, Krishna bolo. And then she called him close, and she told him in 3 languages her daughter's phone number. She lives in Singapore, gave her the address and phone number in 3 different languages. So the moral of this story is, what happens is, whatever we are attached to at the time of death, that is what is going to come. Even if you want to say the name of Krishna, even if you want to say Krishna's name, it won't occur. Why? Because there is no abhyas. The steady is not there. When we get sudden pain, do we say Krishna? No, the abhyas is not there. Suddenly it will, we will say something, whatever, like Oma, Aiga, or something, but not Krishna. Why? Because we don't have that studies. I remember in our school, we have this photo session, in public school, we all know how they have these photo sessions. So when the photographer, he takes a photo, he will take it in a second. But before that, the arrangement, and then, and I see the kids, they'll do makeup, fix their hair, put the lipstick, especially girls, all this makeup. And then fraction of second, he'll click the picture and then show it to the kid. And then they're like, we didn't like the photo. Okay, retake. Just think about it. That fraction of second, like the photographer presses the button, and at that fraction of second, a small fly goes into your nose, and you go like, make that face, and he clicks the button. What happens? Your photo is come. And now, whose fault is that? If your photo is like, with your face like this, because you're trying to take away that fly, whose fault is that? Is that the photographer's fault, your fault, or the fly's fault? Same way, at the end of our lifetime, when the button is going to be pressed, that time, what we are thinking of, that is what we're going to become. It's like the photo, like you click, and then that's what we are going to become at that time. So, so if we are thinking like, here, people are so attached to their dog. So if we are thinking, if somebody is thinking of dog, they're going to become dog, their next life. So if they are thinking about Krishna, they will get Krishna's dham. But if they are thinking about something else at the time of death, so that clicking of the button, that is the time of death. And the picture which is coming out, there are 8.4 million prints in the Yamraj's book, and that 84 million prints, whichever we are thinking that time, that's what we're going to become. And we have to stay in that photograph, right, for our life. So if we are thinking about Krishna, then we will be with him, because Krishna says here in Bhagavad Gita, he says, whatever you're thinking at the last minute, that is what you're going to become. I remember I have only seen one death in my family where I was there, and I was quite young. I think I just had finished my 12th grade exam, and my grandfather was very sick, and no, I think my bachelor's. Yeah, so my grandfather was very, very sick, and he had cancer, and my aunt had taken time off, and she came to, because she's a doctor, so she came and she said she'll do the seva of her father, that is my grandfather. And so my father couldn't go. So my father said, okay, Chaya means me. I have just finished my college. I think it was 12th grade. So he said, she can go and help you serve the grandfather. So we all, we did lot of seva, but my aunt, she's a devotee, and constant chanting, like constant, she wouldn't, like constantly, And then my grandfather used to like to see TV. So she would show him Mahabharat, only Mahabharat, 24/7. After that, Ramayana, Mahabharat. He was, and also I was raised by my grandfather. I remember he used to constantly chant the name of the Lord. And then at the end of his life, I remember constantly chanting. But when he was dying, I have seen that time my aunt was a devotee, but we were not. We had not gone into Krishna consciousness and all that. But that time, I remember my grandfather's, he just looked up when he was passing away. He said, he called all of us, all the kids, come here, come here, come here. See, what are you standing? Go down. Don't you see Krishna here? See Krishna, see Krishna. And then he told all of us, each and every person, Hare Krishna. He folded his palm and said, Hare Krishna to everybody. And he left. And I remember after when he left, we all were smelling some beautiful fragrance in the house. Our entire house was filled with fragrance, and we had not brought any flowers. And that was like, still now also I remember, I get goosebumps. So this is the power of name of Krishna. And I am so happy that my grandfather was able to, at that stage, with that much pain, he was able to take name of Krishna. Why? Because the abhyas, because the studies, and at the end part of his life, was constantly chanting, constantly chanting. I've never seen him. We had to force him to eat, but he would be just chanting, 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 chanting. I was listening to one of these lectures, and this Prabhu, he was saying like how the population of women have increased so much now, and the men population is quite less than women population or Mataji population, not like women population in US. Why? Why do you think? So he was saying such a funny thing, like people, like men, when they are dying, who do you think they are thinking about? Their wife, their mother, or whosoever. So when whatever they are thinking, they are coming back as. So simple formula, right? So Krishna is telling us what we have to study for the final exam. And what is the final exam? Our death. We put our kids for this tutoring, that tutoring, so many tutorings, right? Why? Because they have to get the best knowledge. So also, why don't we think of putting ourselves into tutoring? Prabhupada started the best tutoring class where there are the best preachers and the book, and he has given us everything. Best professor, best books, best everything. All we have to do is study. Okay, so now just think about, like I was telling you, the example of photographer. When we die, who do you think is our examiner? Our examiner is Yamaraj, and Yamaraj has appointed for each and every one of us, every individual, a special CID. His name is what? Chitragupta. Chitragupta. What is the English translation of his name? Chitra means photographer, and Gupta means secret photographer. So we all have somebody, a secret photographer behind us. Okay, he's taking each and every picture of what we are doing, every action. Who is watching all our actions? The Agni, the air, the atmosphere, the sky, the tree, everybody's watching us. And every time he's clicking a picture. And then sometimes you see some people, they die. They are so scared. Why? Because Chitragupta is sitting there and showing them, this is your picture. Like how in New York City, when you go past a red light, and when after a month you get a ticket of your car and yourself sitting in that, and with a ticket. Here is your picture, and this is what you did wrong. Pay $200. So the same way, whatever wrong we are doing in our life, who's taking the picture? Chitragupta. And then when you see people dying, before dying, they have their weird faces, scared, nervous, because you know what? Chitragupta is showing him, you did this. And we say, no, we didn't do that. No, I have a picture here. Not only that, he also take the picture. He has spatial wavelengths. What we are thinking about future, that also he has in his book. So we cannot, we cannot. We see so many people. They are scared. Sometimes people get fever before dying. They death is terrible. Sometimes they get high fever. It's like an exam, when we see kids going for exam. Some of the kids, they are so scared of the exam that they get high fever. Why? Because not prepared. Sometimes, we see our children, stomach is paining. I don't want to go to school, my stomach is paining. Why? Because the homework is not done. So what happens? Stomach starts to pain right away. Something or the other problem will start, and they don't want to go to school. Why? Because they are not prepared. So the same way, if we are not prepared, death is horrible. Not prepared, people don't want to die. Sometimes they are too attached. So we have to remember this, that constantly we have to chant the name of the Lord, constantly pray to the Lord. So that way we are, so that way we can remember at the time of death, name of Krishna. It's not easy. It's not easy, but what do we remember all our life? So in our scriptures, we have the example. We have the example of who? We have the example of Ajamil. What did Ajamil do? Ajamil, when he saw Yamraj, he got so scared. He was scared, and he called because of he was scared. He called his son Narayan, Narayan. And guess what happened? He got delivered. Why? Because he called the name of the Lord. He had to do penance. He had to do some service. That was later on. But still, he got delivered just because he called the name of Lord Krishna. Narayan. Even though he was not calling Krishna, he was calling his son, but still. Then we have another example of King Bharat. King Bharat left his kingdom, retired from his kingdom, left his wife, left everything to go and meditate in the forest. And what happened in the forest? He heard the roar of lion and saw pregnant deer, scared of the lion, jumped into the water. And when she jumped, she delivered the baby. And now poor King Bharat thought, oh my God, the baby deer had nobody to take care of. So he went and he started taking care of. And then one day the deer, as it grew up, wandered away. And then King Bharat, looking for that deer, lost deer. Oh, my dear, poor. Where is he going to go? He has nobody. It's just me. Looking for him. Left his body. Thinking of what? Deer. And then what happened? Next life, he was born as a deer. So it's such a crucial thing. What we are thinking, that's what we are going to become at the end of the life. So it's so important. And then how are we going to do this? Because this is a hard exam, end of the life. So the best way is devotee association, listening, constantly chanting the name of the Lord. Because Krishna says, if you remember me at the end of your life, you're going to come to me, 100% guaranteed. But will we be able to? Will we be able to take his name? Yes, we can. Because Krishna says, Yat karosi yad ashnasi yad jivosi tadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you give away, whatever thing you're doing, do it for me, O son of Kunti. So that way you will remember me. If we are keeping that practice constantly, then yes, definitely, because Krishna is saying that we are going to remember. So Do we have time? We can take questions, or anybody want to add something? Or do we have any questions?
Krishna Mataji.
Do we have? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much for such a nice class. Practical thing that you mentioned about remembering Krishna all the time. And you made also points of how our how we are attached to different family members and we remember them, but not Krishna. And your personal example of your grandfather passing away is a very good example. And he actually saw Krishna and asked you guys to also bow down. Very nice example. Thank you very much.
Yes, we couldn't see anything because we don't have the eyes to see the Lord, but I'm sure he saw. That's why he told us all to bow down.